Hello, and welcome along to the Gers TV. My name is Si Leslie.
My name is Gordon Bond. Hello.
I wasn't the heavy breather this time. It was Gordy.
It must be something in the other room. It certainly wasn't me. I'm not a fan of heavy breathing.
Yeah, definitely wasn't me tonight, but I can see the comments coming in, guys. Good to see you here tonight again. It's the build up to the Old Firm. There's been no games last week, but there's still plenty to talk about. First of all, this is all happening because of our sponsors, AG Roofing and Cladding.
AG Roofing and Cladding, thanks very much for your support, guys. It is genuinely appreciated, and if anyone needs any roofing or cladding support or help, please give them a call.
Yep, so AG Roofing and Cladding, that's our sponsors, and thank you very much for that. As always, we'll read out your comments in a wee minute's time. What have we got tonight? We've obviously got the build up to the Old Firm game on Saturday. We'll take predictions and we'll take some calls.
Yep.
As well as that, we have the dinner on Friday night. We're big dinner celebrating.
Yes, we have got the Gers TV 150th, the start of the Gers TV 150th anniversary celebrations,
which we have plenty of ideas to do. And we've also got the Bristol Bar Flag Day on Saturday, where supporters clubs from all over the world will be attending and having a Salvador Dali. They'll be on the Swally and Loyalist Duke Street.
Yes, it's going to be it's promises to be one of the best weekends I've had, certainly for a number of years. Probably every Rangers fan as well. As I say, I've got Ardor on a Friday night. I've got the Bristol Bar all day celebration on Saturday, and then just as I come down on the Sunday, we've got Rangers hopefully beating Celtic quite convincingly. So
it's all happening.
It's all happening. This is the kind of calm before the storm, as it were. Yep. So please let us know your comments.
We'll go loads. We'll start after the comments before I do a wee video here.
Yep, so just hello, load regular. So hi, Donna Robertson. Good to see you. Scott White. It is the two lads on tonight again. Yeah, I was here at 4 o'clock this afternoon, just waiting inside. But Scott, you are right. Craig Houston. Good to see you. Thanks very much. Ian Sinclair. Yeah, it was actually me having the tea today. Craig Houston. Good to see you. Joe Jackson. Good to see you. Donna Robertson. Hello, Mark Dunnett. One of our biggest fans. Hi, Mark. Ian. How you doing, Ian? I don't know if that's me and Si, Lauren Hardy, but certainly don't think it. Bill and Ben as well. Okay, and thanks very much for the comments. Arthur, good to see you. Arthur Rogge, Davy Stewart, how you doing? And Mitch Davison, good to see you. Good evening to you, and Betty McKenzie as well, and Craig White. Okay, so Craig, we are going to come on and talk about the game on Sunday shortly. And we're going to take the predictions, etc.
Before that, we're going to do a wee promotion that we've got. Obviously, it's 150 years of the famous Glasgow Rangers.
Hi, Marion Poirier, sorry.
I've got a ball. Look at this ball, I got for it.
Wow.
Quite like it, actually. I'm going to get that signed. There you go. Just always wanted to show my balls off and Gers TV.
Show your ball off. Hi, Paul Nolan. Hi, guys from Loyal Blue FM. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. Thanks very much for joining us.
We've got a wee video. Got to start off a wee video. This is a video from the photo shoot that we've done yesterday at Ibrox Stadium. And a big shout out to the Sons of Struth.
Yes, thanks very much, guys.
The Footballing Academy. They're watching tonight. And if anybody's interested in the Sons of Struth Academy, if you leave a message, Craig, I'm sure, will get back to you tonight for getting involved for next year. Or if you get any questions for him as well, I'm sure you'll be able to answer them. Thanks to the Sons of Struth.
Yes, and thanks very much.
Here is our quick video of this week's promotion for the 150th anniversary. And how was that? The world famous Bobby Parks, one of my favourite Rangers loyal singers. With a great track. And how good were the Sons of Struth?
Yeah, thanks very
lads?
thanks very much for your help and support the other night. Doing the photo shoot was absolutely fantastic to have you. Just had a wee request from Michelle Adams for me to show my ball. I don't usually do this on telly or live, but because usually the camera's not big enough, but I'll do it tonight for you, Michelle. Okay, so there you go.
And there's the vintage ones.
Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know your thoughts on that.
A couple of things on it. I want to say, without ranting and raving, I said 2 years ago in a video here, and a couple of people questioned me about how the club can get it right and the club can get it wrong. You can have a look. Yeah, we got the boys all dressed up with the first kit that Rangers trained in. We don't think they played in it, but to our knowledge, Rangers trained in that kit, and they got a photo shoot, and it's from the Clyde Rowing Club. But again, the club through Castordale had 2 years to get the strip right and get the top right for the 150th anniversary, and I said at the time, sadly, when they get it wrong, how do the fans start to fix things? And as you've seen, they got it wrong. They got the wrong badge, the wrong colours, and they put a logo on it for an advertisement that didn't take place in 1872. But at Gers TV, we try and correct things and do it the right way. So
yeah,
this is the start of our 150th celebrations.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously we had the Legend Day. On Legends Day on Saturday, again, two as Simon says, they're not in 2 years to get it right. Rangers have had 150 years to get the 150th anniversary right, and for these are kind of small mistakes, and it just seems once again it seems to be a kind of money making exercise rather than an actual celebration of Rangers, which is annoying and frustrating. But as you say, Si, at Gers TV, we'll try and do things right. And as I say, we're doing our own event starting from Friday night, okay, so please support us with them.
100%. And something I want to quickly crack on about, because I might forget this. I'm going to read Ian Whitehead's comment first, and then I want to make a wee point about something else. Ian Whitehead, good pal of mine for East Kilbride, and I know he's definitely on East Kilbride bus. See the 150th celebration subject, the UB, etc., and the different organisations, including yourself, seem to be organising a lot more than the club's poor attempts to mark. I just moved there, I should have worn my glasses. Seems to the club's poor attempts to mark this occasion, again pointing out the gap between the top and the fans. Ian, first of all, I know you're massively into the supporters buses and that kind of stuff, and I've spoken about it in the past. My opinion is the club's been, I don't think they've ever been as far away from the support, and I include the David Murray years, and that frightens me a wee bit. I think all the fans can do is keep uniting and try to do our things to keep preserve the name of the club, the history and the great story. As well as that, I wanted to make a quick comment. I seen it today. It's maybe about old news, but I've not been on Facebook all week. Hamburg are actually doing a tribute to the Rangers 150th anniversary. The Hamburg fans and Hamburg Football Club. And I think it's a very sad day when a club like Hamburg, who are great friends of yours and a great club, are doing more to celebrate Rangers 150th anniversary than the club. I agree with you 100%, but that's where we are. The club seem to be, if they can't get money out of the fans, they don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic point you made, Ian, and as much as Union Bears, Gers TV, all organisations, as much as we fund ourselves, we do our own thing, we want to do it, there should be leadership for the club. The club should sit down with the fans and even just one or two representatives and say, what's your recommendations? Because we obviously it's clear that we know better than them. And we take, I'm not saying they don't take pride in Rangers, but we're the ones that spend our money, travel week in, week out, go all over the world watching Rangers, and it's a really big year for us, a really big event for us, and to have just for us to be nothing short of, in my opinion, it's just a fleecing exercise.
Well, as I said, I'm going to quickly tell a story just because I think the fans don't know what happens with the club at times. This ball, I've got one up there I got about 10 years ago. I got it for the Bobby Brown dinner. It's similar to this one. I forgot to take it for the photo shoot. So somebody told me, a good pal of mine said, dive in the Rangers shop, they're selling them with the 150th logo on it. So I went in, I told the boy what we're doing, he says, great, fantastic. The staff said it's fantastic, all the young lads were dressed up. I went in, purchased a ball, and my friend said to me he was going to buy one, they were £20 each. I happened to notice he had a couple of balls that were kind of burst, that would have been alright for the giveaway as a wee gift. And I offered to buy them off the boy for nothing, well not for nothing, but I said give me a job lot, there's 10 left, they're going to get thrown out, they're useless. What can I get them for? He said come back and see me in 10 minutes. I came back after we'd done the photo shoot and they wanted 16 quid a ball. So that's when you realise that whilst we're trying to promote the club, the history, they can't open shutters up for you, they can't let you in the stadium, and That's not going to change in the short term. What I will say to Ian is the way you guys can change this a wee bit is the supporters association's getting bigger, and if the association gets bigger, it at least gives you a voice. So any supporters, but I don't know if your bus is on it, Ian, I know you're on a big bus. If your bus isn't on the association, a lot of people have started joining it, and I think that might be the only way of getting a say in the future.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the more people join it, the bigger the say we get. And there really has to be the club, the board, the directors really have to have a look at themselves over the next couple of months, and not in time for the end of this season, but for the start of the new season. You know, they need to get together with the fans, and there has to be, you know, a two-way communication, because it's our club. They are the custodians, but it's our club.
I mean, the way it looks now, it's going to be by the time they start actually celebrating the 150th anniversary properly, it'll be too late. It'll be gone, and they'll be saying, well, next time.
Yeah.
And we didn't know. Well, we did know. I done a full show about this 2 years ago, saying Rangers will F this up. And a guy gave me abuse saying, how would Rangers do that? Why would Rangers get it wrong? They're so far away from the support that it's unbelievable. Find out, get the fans in it. Why don't you speak to the association, speak to the fans that stay in Sydney, speak to the fans that stay in Australia, speak to them anywhere in the world if you want to know what Rangers fans think. Rangers fans will not be shy in telling you, that's
Absolutely.
one thing. Or watch, I don't know what they can do. There's a million things. There's the websites out there, the follows, and there's a load of big Rangers pages on Facebook and Twitter or whatever. And I'm quite sure if you ask the fans will tell you. But my concern is, do they want the fans to have input? Because I don't think they do. That's what it worries me. Diane Herd's made a quick comment here. I'm just going to read this out because our partner, I believe, I hope it's the same person, has got a book about Rangers, who's coming on Friday to our dinner. You want to read it?
Yep, so hi guys, this is Davey Herd using his wife's account.
Oh, it's David there, right?
Aye, so it is Davey speaking to. So hi David, hope you're well. Thanks again for helping publicise my Rangers book. Sales going well, good. And it'll be good to see you on Friday night. You're looking forward to it, we're looking forward to it, and everyone else is looking forward to it as well. So
for them that doesn't know, we've got our big dinner. We're celebrating 150 years of Rangers Football Club at the stadium. And that's been hard work, I'll tell you. Try to celebrate Rangers Football Club at Ibrox. You think we were trying to celebrate another football club, some of the obstacles have been in our way, but we've got there. It's going to be a fantastic night, and I've got people coming from all over Britain for the event.
Yep.
So guys, thank you very much to everybody that supported us in the past. We've got a wee account called the Patreon account. Gordon, you want to explain it quickly?
Yep, so what the Gers TV, so obviously we had people out, we put the Sons of Struth on Monday, went to Ibrox and had a photo shoot with those guys there, and we are really, you know, Christian, obviously, absolutely fantastic. You guys came, it was absolutely brilliant. So what we're trying to do is do things like this more often. We're trying to get more people involved. To do that, we need your support. So we have opened what's called a Patreon account. It's where Rangers fans like yourselves can donate a couple of pounds a month. That's all we're asking for. 75 pence a week, whatever. You can't even get 2 pints of milk for that these days. Only if you can afford it. If you can't, don't worry. But 75 pence a week, guys, and that'll let us do more content, get more equipment, so we can do more videos, have more nights, and get more of you guys involved in the show, and get you guys on the show, and even get you using the, contribute to the website. And
as a wee thank you, that picture of Bill Struth, as you can see, you'll get sent to you. And
as a wee thank you, you'll get first priority on, hopefully if you guys are watching next week, you'll see loads of videos for event on Friday. And then what you guys will get is, for joining the Patreon site, first priority on these tickets, and that Bill Struth painting as well. So absolutely fantastic. On that note, I just want to say a big shout out and thank you to a friend of the show. Yep. If you can, spend some time and look at www.footballartclub.com/Rangers.
Can you post that?
I will post it shortly, yeah. So basically, this is the guy that did the manager's painting. These are the guys that did the manager's portrait for us, and the manager's painting over Christmas and New Year. They've just released a couple of fantastic new pictures, and it's the 4 lads had a dream painting, and a couple of others as well. Okay, so please check out www.footballartclub.com/Rangers, and have a look at the pictures and the prints on there, because they're absolutely fantastic, and we'll hopefully see these guys and see you guys on Friday night as well.
Aye, just a quick one, Craig, as well, just before I forget, I sent you a message regarding Friday night, mate. Obviously don't phone me back about it now. If you want to phone the show, obviously you can phone in about half an hour, but just reply to that message if you can later on, mate, because I need to know tonight your answer. Craig Houston, the night we celebrated 100 years at Ibrox on the 22nd of December was a bigger celebration. They done it correctly.
Yeah.
They brought all the old players on the park, they made a night of it, they included the fans. They done everything right then. Craig, 100%. I don't know how. It's no hard. See the photo shoot that we done. See the amount of people that. See the young boys when they were first getting dressed. They were a bit nervous and everything else, and then when they got the gear on, they were getting the photographs taken, and everybody was driving by, peeping the horns and cheering and everything else. And people were saying to me, "That was brilliant that you done that." It didn't take us a lot to do it, without exaggerating. It didn't take a lot of work. The hardest part was getting the strip together and getting the strip to look right. The club should know what the strip looks like. They've got pictures of it all over the stadium.
Or if they didn't know about it, which they should, but if they didn't, they can just ask. They could ask. Pick up the phone or go on one of our websites or whatever.
We had one of our guests on a couple of weeks ago who wrote a story about the strips.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They must know.
The information's out there, and I'm not sure. I don't know if he was given any help from. I can't remember the conversation, but is that even going to? Are they even going to allow you to sell that in the Rangers shop?
He hadn't get permission at the time.
No.
So it's quite alarming. But the other thing is, we done that. We went in the stadium taking photographs and things like that. That's the kind of stuff Rangers should have been doing when they were doing it, whenever they do it, where they could have different kids getting a chance to dress up. And the founders get the photograph 4 in, 4 out, 4 in with like a background and things like that. We done it with the moustaches and stuff like that. And as I said, I was very surprised at the quality. We got a new camera, but what had happened was we fundraised for a camera about a year and a half ago, and that was us really getting to the benefit of it. But that's why we do the Patreon and things like that. We're just trying to get that bit better all the time. If the club don't want to do it, we will do our best to try and promote the club. And I think you've seen with the videos that we've got a good start on it, guys. And if anybody else is doing anything,
let us know. We'll promote you. We'll help you. Anything we can do, because we're interested in what you guys are doing for the 150th anniversary as well. So don't be shy and let us know. So we'll just catch up with some comments. Then we'll go and talk about the Old Firm game coming up. Rab Pickens asking, I'll be in Braga. At this moment in time, I don't have any plans to. I don't know. I can't get flights at a good price. That might change. If you get any advice on travel, etc., let us know, because we are thinking about going, but it might be getting a bit late for that. Leslie Laird, all the best in Portugal. Hi, whereabouts in Portugal are you? It'd be nice to be there right now.
Somebody stay.
well, actually, Leslie, if you're in Portugal, actually that's a good point. Actually, Leslie Laird, if you're in Portugal, anywhere near 5 in the morning. Yeah, if you're anywhere near Braga, we can do a live broadcast for your garden. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Conor McNeely's agreeing with is agreeing with Ian. I think a lot of people would. Thanks to Sharon Marion Poria. Thanks for sharing. Rab Pickett in the season. Shift the board. Let know. It's basically that's what I was saying a minute ago. Rab, you're absolutely right. That next season, the end of the season. When we win the league, when we get to the UEFA Cup final, Europa League final, win the Scottish Cup, we win a treble, 150th anniversary. They've got one chance to get it right, and they better. I agree. They need to be in shape for the start of the new season, else their time could be limited.
Robert Barrington, you made a point there. We missed what you mean there. I think he means the Sydney tournament, but I might be wrong. You throw it.
Yeah.
I totally disagree. I'm all for it. Most fans are for it. What is that comment on it? So I don't want to comment. I don't want to give my opinion in case I'm wrong. But you're saying. And
Robert, any opinion you've got, anything, let us know, because we will discuss it.
We'll give you a fair hearing on it. No matter what. Jeff Craig's made a good point as well. Do you want to read that out at the bottom?
We'll get to him in a second, mate. Billy Fletcher, the board has no self-awareness, it's just our money they're interested in. Agree. Michelle Adams, what's our thoughts on Rangers decline David Kingshoff? Maybe speaking that a wee second.
Aye.
Billy Fletcher again. So Jeff Craig, agrees with you, Simon. I believe some clubs, such as AC Milan, Inter Milan, have a fans representative on the board. I think a lot of Italian clubs do it.
German clubs do it big time.
Yeah, and I know Roma. Roma are really in touch with the fans as well in Italy. And to be fair, Barcelona, Real Madrid, elect their presidents as well. We should do the same. Couldn't agree more. We're going to Seamus Murphy's Malloy. Now, I reckon you're the Everton fan from a few months ago, but I could be wrong.
He is, aye.
Yeah.
Did you know he was related to?
Yeah.
Somebody, can't imagine.
well, he's probably related to somebody.
Aye, no, somebody was a Rangers player or something.
Yeah. So I'm not.
I can't mind that.
I can't remember any Rangers players with the name Seamus Murphy McLoy. However,
I know, but I got off and he told us he did an association.
Okay, it's good to see you again, Seamus, and let us know. We are going to talk about the Old Firm game coming up. And Donna Robertson, before I forget, you're watching with your grandson. Okay, so all the best, wee man. It's good to have you. Good to have you watching. So I did forget to say that a minute ago. So apologies.
Let us know your grandson's name. We'll give him a wee shout out.
Let us know his name. And could have done something with the Legends game 150th. Betty McKenzie, there's so much things the Rangers board could do.
Well, first of all, they could have played players that were fit and no older men that playing 20 years ago.
And the first thing they can do is actually communicate with the fans and find out what we actually want to do. Margaret Thompson's asking us to give us a massive well soon to James Peebles. He's just come out of hospital after a major heart attack. So Simon nearly had a major heart attack after he'd seen the prices for those balls yesterday. But on a serious note, on a serious note, let's hope the game on Sunday doesn't make you back the way. But
and there's Kelly Nicholson saying as well. She's G McDonald. You loved doing the photo shoot. Thanks. I think he was one of the boys that was Kelly's. I think it's Kelly's. Was with one of the boys. I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Loved. Thanks a lot, Kelly. Just let us know if you were there yesterday. But that's great that the wee man and all the boys really. See, man said they got a wee bit of attention when they peeped my horn and they realised it wasn't embarrassing. Because what I was saying to them, and seeing years to come, you'll have the photographs where you'll be able to see when you're a lot older. You'll look back and say. And the reason we've done it, this is really, really important. I want to talk about this for 1 minute, right? Some people sing the song "Four Men Had a Dream," right? And a lot of people would wonder why we done 4 young boys with the strips on. See the boys that founded Rangers, they probably wouldn't even been old enough to get a drink nowadays. It was literally 4 young lads who came out of the Clyde on their own boat, seen a game of football and decided through the love of that game they wanted to be a part of it, and then became the greatest football club in the world. They didn't have anything. They didn't start off anything. Our rivals across the city were founded by they were never founded, but they were bought by the richest church in the world, and we even gave them a friendly game as their first match. So you need to understand that Rangers were always about sporting the love of the sport, but it was 4 wee boys, literally, and that's why we had the 4 young lads with the strips on, because people think it's men that founded the club.
No, absolutely not.
And it's really important that people remember that the club when they started with money, they when they started for money, and they were not certainly when they started to make money. Yeah,
they were literally 4 young guys literally thinking to themselves, let's get
involved in this.
Let's start something here.
And they wouldn't have thought, well, I was singing the song, but they probably wouldn't have thought that they would get anywhere near the size of Rangers.
150 years later, they might have had that inclination. It might have went somewhere, but they would not. And it's so proud. It's going to be such a proud night for me at the weekend. And,
for us to be a part of it.
Be a part of it, and you guys for coming along as well. And
the other thing
is a shame that the club aren't matching it. Not just our passion, but Union Bears.
And even if they don't offer to help us in any way, because they give us no help whatsoever, as you know.
Yeah.
But just a wee thought for anybody when I'm saying that about the 4 young boys. If I've got this wrong, Ian for the founders will correct me on this. I do believe that at least one person, Moses McNeil, was alive when Rangers had 100,000 fans in the stadium. I'm 100% sure. I know Moses was alive, but I don't think any of the other founders were still alive. But how great would that have been for 4 young boys to have come out of Clyde on a boat, seen a game of football, decided you're going to get a kickabout, you need to find money to get a ball, you need to get a park, you need to stand there for 3-4 hours to keep the park in the pouring rain and everything else, to be standing as an old man with 100,000 fans watching your team.
Look at us 150 years later. We're sitting here in the wee studio talking about the club we love, and you guys all around the world are joining us on it. So it's such an amazing thing.
As the song goes, such a wonderful story.
Yeah,
it really is. You need to. We nearly lost our club. We really did. We nearly lost the club at one point because of people that don't care about anything other than their own financial gain. So the fans should never forget one thing. There was t-shirts made at the time. If they play in the street while watching the pavement, that's true. Rangers fans will never give up and they will always be there for the club.
Absolutely.
But never underestimate the power that the fans have got, because if it comes to it, the fans will always be here. The club will always be here, but the directors won't.
Yeah.
Frank Barrett's making a comment. Frank's from
we'll get to that wee second. So we'll read this out, then we'll maybe talk about the Dave King offer after that, so it kind of ties in with that. So Stuart Robertson, so Frank Barrett is saying Stuart Robertson's doing a live video broadcast on Friday from Ibrox to the Orsa meeting in Sydney. Just a pity you can't communicate in any way with the Rangers supporters in general. Scrap the Sydney Cup. And I won't read out that last phrase, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Excuse me. So, so obviously part of the news since we were last on is Dave King's come on and he's offered to basically cover the lost revenue and the supporters, some kind of supporters cup in Sydney, okay, which the majority of fans are against, okay. So let us know what you think of that. I think it's I think Dave King's been very generous and kind, but I also think he's been a little bit clever as well, because he remember what I always say in life is that people always usually have an angle, so he's not going to do this for nothing, However, why look a gift horse in the mouth? If it's given the Rangers board a way out of it, so why not accept it?
So the information I've got on this, and I'm not 100% clued up now because it really was busting my chops. You want to talk about football, you don't want to talk about these things, but the information that I've got on it is Dave King offered the board the money and it was rejected, but it was only a loan. So they offered the money that Rangers would pay back anyway. Yep. It was only a loan. Then, after Rangers rejected it, it then went to the press. It wasn't another way about. They went to the press and then Rangers were going to do. They'd already he already knew that Rangers had rejected it, but it was only ever a loan. That's the only outcome I know of it. I'm totally against the cup, the Sydney Cup, whatever you want to call it, Super Cup or whatever. But I don't like the timing of Dave King's what do you want to call it? Intervention. I don't like the timing, however, I don't know enough about it, and I don't like the way that the current Rangers board are acting, and I don't like to read the statements, because the statements from the PR man, or what we want to call him, the PR person, the statement he put out last week was like read for a child. We read it out, it was embarrassing today. I just think we have got the potential. April is the potential of being the biggest season in our lifetime as a Rangers fan. If we win every game, it's something like 15 games, if we win them, we'll be talking about this to the day we die.
Yep.
Every Rangers supporter, including Dave King and Dougie Parts and the media guy, and it should all be singing for the same hymn sheet, and it should be pushing us forward and then getting together at the end of the season and amending the wrongs. However, what's happened is the fans have not getting answers, so the fans are protesting, which I understand, and we're going round in circles.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This is a time, as much as, I'm not one of these guys that says you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't protest, you can't boo. If people pay their money, they're entitled to do whatever they feel's best. But this is the time, the next 4, 5, 6 weeks, the Europa Cup final is the 15th to 18th of May, as far as I believe. Okay, it's literally 6 weeks time, 7 weeks time. We could be celebrating the most historic treble any club in Scotland will ever have, but yet we're talking about boards not communicating, Dave King making offers of money. We should be talking about the month ahead.
The other thing is, I can't speak for any other football club, but I'm taking a guess with this, and you can give me your opinion, Gordon. I don't think any club in the world is big enough to be doing, for the games that we've got coming up, to have a boardroom drama like this at the same time. I don't think you can have it to them.
It's very, very strange, and it's the timing's just a little bit odd. So I personally believe there's a bit more to it behind the scenes, and there might be more ramifications. But
we just need to hope that they can get on with the football side of it, because there's games to be won here. Rangers are more than capable of winning them, and this could be end up one of these seasons where we turn around and go, that was a disaster. But that wouldn't have been helped by off going things off the park. Right now, win the games. And you know what, it's going to be the best season of our life, so hopefully we can stay positive. That's your opinion on it.
On that note, let us turn our attention to Sunday coming up.
Would you want to talk about the Flag Day first? That's Saturday.
Well, we could talk about Saturday before Sunday, I guess. That would probably make chronological sense, yeah.
Aye, and it saves us for forgetting.
Aye.
So, one of our biggest backers and friends at the Gers TV since day one. First ever show was actually in the Bristol bar.
Absolutely fantastic place to have a drink and a good crack with a good chat with.
All kidding aside, but anybody that's never been in it, there's an argument it's the best Rangers bar in the world. There's a very good argument for that. I would say it is.
Everything about it's fantastic. The owner, barmaids, the staff, all the decorations, the paintings, the portraits.
It's a family business as well, so the family are all involved in it, and you get a great welcome. One of the greatest things about the Bristol bar, apart from the memorabilia and the friendship and the fact it's right across the road from the piggery, one of the greatest things about it is, see, if you go in a Friday night and Rangers are at home, you will meet people from all over the world, and I mean all over the world. So that's how I met Kyle, that does the voiceover for Chicago. You'll meet Rangers fans and you'll get a great welcome. So we're backing them. They're having a Flag Day on Saturday morning. So they're the sponsors of our dinner, first of all, on the Friday. They're backed us by sponsoring the Gers TV dinner on the Friday night. They've took a table as well. And on the Saturday morning, up until 12 o'clock at night, they're having a Flag Day where your flags will be secure. They'll be looked after. They'll be put on secure wall facings and looked after. And the last time they done this, people started turning up on a Thursday night to put the flags out from Germany. What I would say is, if you've never been to the Bristol bar, come along. If you've been before, come along. And even if you come along, go along, and Greg won't mind me saying this, go along to the Bristol bar and then go to the different Rangers bars along the road and support them all, because the bars will be full. But the more Rangers supporters club bars that get looked after, the better. Anybody that's going to this, let us know where you're from and if you're bringing a flag along. And this is a flyer for it. I'm just going to quickly put the flyer up to let you see it. So, if anybody doesn't know where the Bristol Bar is, you want to explain where?
Bristol Bar's on Duke Street.
600 Duke Street. It's just by the Bakers, the Mother's Pride. It's massive Rangers. It's got the Union Jacks. You can see them for the city centre. The Union Jacks and the Saltires. It's an all-day flag day where you can bring your Rangers Supporters Club flag, your bar flag, even if it's a personal flag that you've got. Put the flag up and it'll be displayed in Duke Street. And again, loyal Duke Street will be red, white and blue. A big thank you to the Bristol Bar as well for all their support.
Absolutely fantastic, guys. And not only is it a great atmosphere and great for a drink, you know, before and after the Rangers game and during the Rangers games as well, they also do a lot of work for the local community and charities.
And charities, that's right, yeah.
So please support them if you can. And message the page now and let us know where you're coming from and let us know what your plans are for the weekend and the game, because we always like to know what supporters clubs are doing.
Don't forget to share as well the page for us. So what I want to do quickly, sometimes people send us in flags and they say to me, going to do something with the flag. So some of the flags that I'll be putting out in Duke Street at the weekend, I'll quickly show you, because they've been great supporters to the Gers TV.
Absolutely.
Right, this one needs the introduction. Big Boffy. You check it if you can see it alright.
Yep, so this is one of our greatest supporters, Big Boffy.
And if I put it down a wee bit, you'll get to see it again. And that's the Mull and Iona Rangers Supporters Club. I'll be putting that up Duke Street.
Yep, up to the left.
Right, there's one.
So thanks very much for that. That'll be Pride of Place.
That's one going up. So anybody's putting a banner up, there's no clique, everybody will be welcome. This is a nice wee one. I've need to get this one back as well, because my mate Wardy sent me this one from Londonderry, from this when it was the City of Culture. So this towards me. Londonderry Rangers Supporters Club, and I'll put the City of Culture banner. And it's obviously got a Londonderry coat of arms. There's a bit of the City of Culture on it as well. It's hard to see because of where we're in the room, but that's a Londonderry flag as well, the Maiden City. So that'll be getting put up in Duke Street. And I've also got this one here. One close to my heart from my good pal Tommy Vols and his son Graham Vols and all the lads at Coleraine.
So isn't that an excellent flag? So
Coleraine Rangers Supporters Club, so that'll be getting put up as well in Duke Street. There will be thousands of flags all the way along Duke Street, so if you've got a flag, bring it along. You'll be made welcome, you'll get your flag back, you'll have beers with Rangers supporters from all around the world, and you'll have a ball.
Yeah.
That's for the Bristol Bar, 600 Duke Street. Get along, guys.
And there's rumours that Gers TV might be there as well.
Yep. We have a few surprises, but we will be making appearance. So that's that. So that's the last call for that. It's the Bristol Bar on Saturday afternoon. If you're wanting something to do, even if you don't look for an hour, get yourself along with a flag and put it up. It'll be secure. As they say, the colours are fine. Get along and get your flag up there. Get it on display. You see when you see it in Europe, you see the flags everywhere. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's such an amazing feeling to see all the flags all over the stadium, home ends, away ends, city centres, buildings, flats, etc. So absolutely fantastic. So will we open the phone lines and see if anyone wants to call in?
I'll quickly say the Big Boffy's making a comment here, but Colin is currently sober just now. However, he is on his way.
Change.
He's on his way in the next 2 days, and he's promised me he's going to be sober on Friday night. If anybody's gave Boffy your phone number, a wee bit of advice from you from Thursday night onwards, I wouldn't have your phone on at 4 and 5 in the morning. I'm going to open the phone lines up. And again, guys, a lot of people are commenting the Bristol Bar. Let us know if you're coming along on Saturday for that. It would be great to see you. Sorry, that one here, Here we go.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. The Gers TV. Hit it.
I'm back. Right, there's the phone number up as well, guys. It's 0141 319 5230.
Yep, so let us know if you get any predictions for Sunday you want to talk about. If you want to talk about the game coming up, or anything to do with the weekend coming up, or even the Australia friendly, whatever, please give us a call and let us know your opinions. After all, it is your show.
We want to hear as many opinions. If you're coming along to Glasgow for the weekend, if you're coming to our dinner, if you want to come in phone and tell us anything at all, give us a wee call. It'd be great to hear from you. Betty McKenzie, a great comment. Oh, you'll be going live on Saturday, Si. I will be on the bevy on Saturday. I will be going live.
Yes, we'll try. The Gers TV going to, obviously we're heavily involved across the whole weekend, so we'll try and do something. However, we may there may be a couple or so heads on Saturday.
Aye, we'll be going live at some point because we've got a few Gers TV surprises for the Bristol Bar as well. We're going
absolutely. So please keep tuned to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And what we'll do is we'll let you know what we're doing.
So our numbers here, guys. The only thing we need to ask you is to phone in the show. If you've not phoned in before, you give us your last 3 digits. That means that we know who you are when you call us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please say we'll be.
Yeah,
I will do that, Donna. I will be doing videos on it. I've got a few things I want to film on the day. I will be doing that. So whilst we're waiting on anybody calling, let's get a quick chat about the big game.
Yep, so obviously Old Firm game coming up. The last Old Firm game was an absolute disaster. We didn't cover ourselves in glory. The manager came out and said we didn't show up for the second half. I don't even think we showed up that well in the second half. And we obviously got thrashed 3-0. And we weren't in the races at all the whole game. So
just turning the calls on whilst you're doing that.
Yeah, so we really need to shape up, and we really need to make sure that we're on top form, because it could, if we win the game, then it puts us right back. I think it makes us favourites for the league. I'm going to stick my neck to the line and say 3-1 Rangers at this moment in time. So let us know your predictions for the game on Sunday, okay? Will it be a win? Will it be a draw? Who's going to score? What do you think the score is? Okay.
That's the calls now available, guys. I hadn't signed in there because we've done a wee.
Okay, so that's the phone lines now open as well. So if you do want to call in, please do. And share us, let us know what you're doing for the 150th anniversary. Let us know what you're doing for the game.
Right, let's do predictions first, right?
Yeah.
So you're going 3.
I'm going to go 3-1.
To Rangers.
3-1 to Rangers, yeah, just to clarify that.
I know you need to get it right. It's going to be a really tight game. If Rangers play the way that we played in the last 4 weeks, I think, especially in Europe, Rangers will win the game. If we don't take the game to Celtic, there's a good chance they could beat us because they have played well recently.
There's Carol calling it.
There's Carol.
So we'll stop this and take Carol's call.
My prediction, 2 seconds, Carol. So my prediction is going to be 2-0 to Rangers. Carol, how you doing, pal?
Evening.
I'm doing great, Si. Great show.
Thank you.
You're doing well.
Thank you.
A couple of wee things, Si. I watched the Legends game.
Yeah.
And now, I don't think it was up to scratch. I felt very sad for Paul Gascoigne. I really did. I thought he was sort of paraded out. He looked as if he was fit for the grave, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought it was terrible. Like, even though, stupid goal was scored and that, I just didn't think it was the right thing to do for the guy.
I agree with you.
I agree. I think Simon and I both agree.
I'm older than Gascoigne and I can walk on a bar without falling down.
My opinion.
I did get it well, Si, that's all I mean.
Carol, my opinion on it, I've documented this before, right? First of all, the game should never have took place. For having old men running about a park that have not played football in 20 years, I think it's a disgrace. If that's your tribute to 150, if that's all you can think is a tribute to the greatest football club in the world, then I'm sorry, your organisation's terrible. Secondly, to invite a guy like, I know he never turned up, but they invited the guy Keane, the Celtic player. What are you thinking about? Again, you're miles away from the Rangers support. As well as that, to charge the fans to get in, to charge them, they done a full season with season tickets. The fans paid their season tickets and never got to watch one game. And then they started last season, they never go to games. And then they're charging them to watch old men running about a park. Shocking. Right. Then, if you're with me, I really didn't want to get into this rant, but I'm going to go into it. I think it was it was tears in my eyes watching it. A guy like Paul Gascoigne is getting used and almost getting used as a like when you're watching a marketing tool on the pantomimes and things like that. I want to remember Paul Gascoigne as one of the greatest players that I've ever seen in my life. So I didn't go to the game. I didn't go to the game and I didn't watch the game at all because I've no any interest in the past. Old men running about. I'd rather watch the youth. See the youth tournament with the best youth players in the world playing at the weekend. I would have been the first one there and I'd have been saying pay your money. But to watch Paul Gascoigne not being able to walk on a park and then setting a goal up and treating people as if they're kids, where the goalkeeper deliberately doesn't want to save it. People thought that was amazing. Personally, I thought it was cringeworthy and it's no for me.
And
so did that. So thank God somebody agrees with me. Because I've been listening to all the other shows, and I said it was so great to see him.
No, Carol, I think if he was a bit fitter and looking a bit sharper, then he was a bit healthy, then it would be good to see him. But I agree with Simon. I know you went on a little bit there, but it just seemed as if he was there just to sell tickets. And as I say,
they paraded about.
Yeah, and Rangers still let season at the very least season ticket holders if they wanted to go should have got in for free because it's 150th anniversary and again it's just about making money and it's such a shame that our current board seem I might be wrong, but it seems to me that they're more interested in making money rather than celebrating.
Yeah, and I think Carol, it's not just making money. They didn't just charge the fans to get in. They brought another jersey out for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
I mean, come on.
What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, God, I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Trying to remember. I was at the 100-year game, you know.
I mind it. Yeah.
Aye. And they brought all the guys out that played for Rangers.
It was amazing.
The one I think was 98 or 89. It's one of them.
Aye, it was amazing.
Dyslexic. For Iceland, the guy came for. I had two mates that I went to the games with were out there, you know.
Yeah.
They were never made the first team right enough, but.
They came on the park. They came on the park, all the legends, and it took 20 minutes. Aye, it took about 20 minutes, and the fans loved it.
Aye, it was great. It was bloody cold, but it was great.
I remember it. So it's not hard today. It's all about do you care? What would you rather do? Bring all the old guys on, all the legends, and the proper football players on a park. I mean, we're talking about if you're charging people big money for a game of football. I want to see football players. I don't want to see people that used to be good.
That's right. I think we played against I think it was Spurs that night. I'm pretty sure.
Can't mind, but I was at the game. You might be right.
Mind, I was at a game in Northside. There was a lot of landlock under the bridge since then.
I would have put my money on if I was to take a guess. It was Arsenal, but you might be right. It might have been Spurs.
It's funny too. Did we get Andy Penman to Spurs just before that? Or something like that, anyway.
Aye.
What was the other thing? I'm coming up in the 11th. We think me that if you can meet me on the Monday, the 11th, in the Bristol, for a couple of pints just so I can give my subs for a year and just have a couple of drinks in a lap.
Brilliant, and get your butcher meat. No, that'd be great, Carol. It'd be great to catch up with you, pal.
You're not getting my butcher meat, so I have to get a visa for it, but it's going to get imported to Brighton, you know.
Aye, is it Cox you go to? Cox Butcher?
Aye.
Aye, that's my pal who owns that, George. It's fantastic down there.
Aye, I know. See, he learned his trade up one of the guys I went to school with. There you go.
No, I don't know that, aye.
So, okay, I'm dying to get upside. Just to see you. This is my favourite show. He's getting more and more professional.
Glad to hear it.
Watch him beside you because he's a bit of a lad, you know that. My missus says he winks at him all the time.
I may or may not.
Things are doing good.
Carol.
Really good. I've got whiskey. Wait till I tell you. Did I tell you before? The guy moved next door for me.
Right.
Now, the first day I arrived in his house, I said, I'm pleased to meet you, I'm Carol. What's your name? He said, my name's Liam. I went, oh dear. And his wee boy came in and said, this is my son Brady. I went, oh, come on. What do you think of? But, we'll be up in the 11th. I've got to get in before the Braga game, you know.
Aye,
yeah.
Aye, no, we'll catch up with you then, Carol.
Yeah, definitely.
Another great call.
I'll leave it in the Bristol for you.
We'll be there.
All right.
We'll be there. We'll come over and see you.
Okay. Right.
All the best.
Good night, lads.
Okay.
And what are you doing Sunday morning, Si? Are you putting on Bobby Park stuff?
Maybe if I get if I'm sober, I will. Aye.
I put on St Kerry and Bile myself, you know.
Well, we couldn't possibly agree with that because this is, this is obviously Gers TV, but
a couple of Rangers tunes.
Yeah, just cultural
I don't
songs.
like Rangers tunes so much. I prefer the other stuff, you know.
Okay, Carol. Just before you go, what's your prediction for Sunday? Give us a score.
Oh God, I'm feared to say 1-0. Do you know that? Because if I say 1-0, it'll be 1 each. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And I'm going to go for 3-0 for us.
Okay.
I'm always nervous watching the Gers, you know.
Aye.
Yeah. Special fun games.
The
Carol.
same as everything else is. Right, good night, lads.
Carol, just before you go, give my best regards to your wife, okay? Tell her to
Don't you be bloody winking again, Gordon.
Can you ask her to stop messaging me, please?
I'm glad you said winking there.
Right.
Right. Oh, other thing, this is what I remembered. Have you got any badges for motorside?
Car stickers, I'm getting some made up. I'm meant to get them this week actually. I'll get some done this week.
Keep me one, and I'll pay for that when I'm doing it all.
Aye, don't worry, but I'll get you one sent down. I'll keep one for you.
Cheers,
All the best.
Cheers, Carol. Cheerio. Bye bye.
Just miss Craig here.
Aye. Thanks, Carol. Good call. Craig, you phoned in. Obviously, we're talking to Calder. See if you phone again, mate. You can probably much get straight on if you give us a wee call back.
I just wonder, George Burns is a family member's made a good point there about as well. He agrees. I'll go back to it.
Hello,
is that Craig?
Craig.
Yes.
How you doing, mate?
Not bad yourself.
Aye, all good, all good. We're on the coffee tonight, unfortunately, no beers, but aye, all good.
No whiskey or beers tonight, unfortunately.
Something wrong with you. You gave up for Lent. Actually, just wanted to say thanks for getting the boys along. Yesterday side, they thoroughly enjoyed it. And as I said earlier, I'm sure they'll look back at it in years to come and be very proud of being part of your celebrations. So thanks for that.
I don't think they, Craig, I don't think they realised what they were doing when they turned up.
Possibly not.
Because I say to them, right, get changed. I get changed. I'm seeing a poultry sock suit. I can see the boys going, what the?
No, I put it on the group chat for the oldest team just after you and I had spoke about it.
Aye.
And I said, look, the Gers TV are looking for 4 lads to play the part as the founders. And right away, I think that's 3 saying yes. You know, since I asked them. And then by the time we got the 4th, there was another few replying, you know, because I probably ended up getting you half the team.
Aye. As I said, Craig, as I said on the show earlier on, it was really important that we got boys to do the 40 that were actually a similar age to the lads that founded the club, because people don't realise how young they were.
Yeah, they definitely were.
I think it's important. I mean, it's certainly it's part of the history of Rangers that we feel obliged to pass on to the younger generation. Yeah. And I think from memory, talking to even the founders too, they ranged from between 14 or maybe 15 was the youngest, but I'm sure it was one at 14 up to 17.
Aye.
I mean, you think, do you know what I often think about it? See when you stand at the top of the marble stairs and you see the Valens portraits and the one with the 4 lads on it at the top of the marble staircase.
Yeah.
I just come in and think, look what that turned into.
I know, mate.
It's amazing.
Aye, you're right. It's absolutely fantastic.
You know, I started a wee football team 6 years ago, and if they're still in existence in 150 years, I would take that as a result.
Aye.
And I was 40 odds when I started mine. A wee bit of experience in it, I've been involved with grassroots football, but these were 4 teenagers that just through the love of sport and in general, because you know they've got a history, there's trophies in a trophy room that they won in running competitions. We know there were rowers. Yeah. That you know they found this new sport called football and just decided to start a football team.
It is genuinely a great story.
I mean, as I said earlier on, as actual Hollywood script, it's the greatest story never ever put into. I'm surprised Rangers this year. I said a couple of years ago, why not make a proper play about it again? I'll bring the last one back, update it. But I get told at the time it was too much hassle. That's when you realise the people at the club don't care. But see when the 4 boys actually comes out to Clyde and whatever, and they see the game of football taking place, they wouldn't have thought for a minute that people all over the world would be getting out of bed at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning and crying and going crazy and spending their money, changing their wedding days.
We spend a lot of time trying to, teach the next generation about some of the stories. And our home pitch, believe it or not, registered home pitch, I'm lucky with the amount of teams that try to put pitches in Glasgow, though, that we get to play on it all the time. But our first choice home pitch is Glasgow Green.
Yeah.
And up the knuckle where the river runs round is where Rangers played. That part of the part's called Fleshers Hollow.
Yeah.
And when we got kids, it's only when they get to play 11 sides, which is normally when they're about 12 years of age. When you have their first match, that's right, you get along to the game and take them into the pavilion at Glasgow Green and show them the plaque on the wall and how important it is. And basically, when you book a grass park, they generally just tell you to pick whatever one you want. And I'm always keen that we play on the one closest to the Clyde, because
that would have been it. Aye.
The land that Rangers played their first games on, and these things are important. That I didn't find these things out until later on in life. I was probably in my 40s before I realised that
the history.
These boys, it's such a remarkable story that
it really is.
Before we pass it on, it's our job. It's not the club's job, because we fans are the club.
Part of
it's not the director's job to do that. It's both with yourselves, myself, with the Sons of Stroud doing what we do with the kids these days, and the Founders Trail
pushing it in
with the amount of teachings they do. And it's really important that things like this get remembered for eternity and not forgot about.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so delighted when I seen the pictures coming through last night. The parents were all excited. They were like putting them on social media, and I said, look, inquire, let's
release them tomorrow night.
No, they were fantastic pictures, to be fair.
Craig, that's one of the reasons what I was saying to the boys was, when we're talking about ideals, right, we're going to the boys all pointing up. It's one of the best pictures we've done. They're pointing up by the John Gregg statue, they're pointing up to the Bullstooth stand, and they're pointing up to the Rangers 1872 logo. And it's when we were doing it just brought it all back to me. I was thinking, these 4 young boys would never have been able to dream that these things would have happened.
Well, those 4 boys and the kids in their team alone, and we've shared it on our social media platform today, just for the Sons of Soup Academy.
Aye.
And I think I took a screenshot and sent it to the parents. I says, look, your boys are famous. And about 35,000 hits or something ridiculous like that. But these kids will now they know that, read that more of the story, and 10, 20 years from now, they'll tell it to their kids, and that's what it's all about. And it was fantastic, just seeing how chuffed the parents were.
Craig, as I said to the parents in that at the time, right, you look at the young boys, right, and they're thinking, why are we doing it? And as I said, some people sing 4 men had a dream, and I'm trying to explain. Lads. It's 4 wee boys that age created the greatest football club in the world.
Yep.
No, it's just crazy. And I've heard Ian, the founders, they'll mention it. Remember that film they done with Alan McCoist and Robert Duvall came over and they got this fictitious story to go to Hollywood.
They didn't it?
It's one on the doorstep.
Aye.
Exactly.
That story is absolutely incredible. And I say, I'm standing at the top of the map upstairs and you look at the paintings of the boys and you just look around you and you think, this must be well above their wildest dreams. They probably thought like myself when I started my wee team, maybe the last couple of years and football,
I think, Craig, I think their biggest achievement to them was getting a ball so they could play the game.
Aye.
Because they say they didn't have a ball for 3 weeks or something. Eventually they got a ball to play the game, and then I didn't think they realised that they were going to get any bigger. And then you start to dream, and that's what football's all about, dreaming.
Well, see, give you a wee bit of perspective on that. We had Fernando Ritz's brother Pedro. He's our coach at Fortuna Sittard's under 18s just now.
Right.
And I've grown a friendship from him. Unfortunately, circumstances of me meeting him and his mum, who was obviously Fernando's mum as well, was at the funeral when they were over for the funeral.
Right.
I spent maybe 3 or 4 occasions where I met him and was doing things for him. And his young nephew Dean, he came to our training 3 years ago. He was back in Glasgow at the weekend after the Legends game, and he came along on the Friday night on a session. We Dean trained with one of our teams, and then we Dean came in Saturday, and played a match in the morning before he went to Ibrox for Sons of Struth. It was great. But when we were doing this session, you're talking about kids 150 years ago starting a football team playing a the ball. One of the boys, in fact, it might have been Jamie. I think one of the boys that came along with you yesterday.
Yep.
He knew boots on that were purple and yellow and gold and that. What the hell's that you're going to feed, son? Oh, I'm a new boots or this and or that and the next thing. And then he told me, he says, we're 230 quid.
Aye.
Do you run faster with them? Can you bend the ball better for them? Right, he was laughing at them. I'm not laughing at him, and I was like, Pedro, well, we get him parked. He can't even cut about brain your feet. But that's where we are today.
It's changed, I know.
Yes.
The boys didn't even have a football. They walked through the West End where they were living at the time.
Aye.
To play their games.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
There was, there's a place in, I can't remember, he will tell you which one, but you touched on it earlier, but you used to leave 3-4 hours before, go down to the Fletcher's on Glasgow Green,
wait.
And probably put some jumpers down and clean the spot to get...
I mean, I dare say there was probably a few square goals, people saying, look, we're playing, and I know we're playing.
Aye, and the mad thing is, they were probably half the age of some of the other people that were, organising
games of football,
matches and stuff at the time. But it's an incredible story, and I can't thank you enough for thinking of us when you were leading 4 lads, because it's a great experience for them. And unfortunately, there was only 4 because we could have filled
Well, hopefully we can do it again at some point soon, or other things as well.
Well, I'm looking to get Mary the Sips made up, so if it's maybe even something I can do with you, as a wee thing, because I want to keep the 150 celebrations going the whole year, Craig. I maybe get 11 strips made or something. Maybe something.
I'd say I wouldn't have a problem if we got. We would fund it. Is maybe put out one of your full teams one Saturday.
Aye.
I mean, we've got 19 teams now, so we get them all out for one Saturday would be a bit expensive, but I'm quite happy to maybe getting a set of the tops off you even, and maybe have a special Saturday where we could have one of your teams, whether it's one of the 11-a-side teams,
Aye.
probably the best
See,
ones.
this is what I thought Rangers were going to do. I thought that the club
Yeah.
was going to be doing all this stuff.
I know, it's crazy.
And I guarantee you won't put a sponsor on it, right?
Aye, because with that many sponsors in 1872.
Aye.
Aye.
But listen, let's work on that, Craig. That'd be a good idea to do something, because even if one young boy learns from it, it's also what I was trying to tell the boys yesterday. I know they were a bit embarrassed putting the stuff on it first. I went, see, in 20 years' time, you'll have that picture in your mantelpiece. Because you'll remember it.
Or your hall.
We things that we've got. We daft things for the kids. See when you play the small-sided teams, see if you've got more than one team, you need to give it a way of identifying your two teams, right? So
Aye.
some teams might be, get an idea, St Cadoc's Wolves, or, they put up something at the end to differentiate between the Wolves and the Tigers or whatever.
Right.
What we do is, the first team becomes Sons of Struth Team Wilton. First Rangers manager.
Yep, aye, William Wilton, yep.
So it'd be a wee bit stupid calling it Sons of Struth Team Struth. So the second team becomes Sons of Struth Team Simon, who was a top manager.
Yep.
And see, even doing stupid things like that, the kids will see it sometimes and they'll go, Craig, what's Simon?
Aye, and they buy into it because they know who he is.
Yeah, you can explain, and it's Wilton, he was the first Rangers manager, and he done this and he done that and the next thing. And it's wee things like that about educating the next generation. Because, as I say, I was well into adulthood before. I learned a lot about the history of Rangers. And if we can teach these kids, we've got kids who are coffee 2-year-old, up to, you saw the oldest ones at 15, then, they're learning a lot quicker than us, and, there were more stories in social media now, obviously, most of the history will be written in the internet these days, but, the wee stories, like, they were at Dex Rowers, and the auction down for Kyle, and all these wee things are important.
Aye.
It just builds the whole picture. And hat off to you, and hat off to keep bumming up Ian at the Founders Trail, because,
it's a great show.
They play a massive part in doing their road shows and the trip, and if anybody's never done the Founders Trail itself,
Get on it.
Got to do it. I've done it, I think, at least twice, maybe 3 times.
I've done it about 5 times because I was helping him when he was setting it up. So I done it in the pouring rain before he had a bus, just me and him. But the only good thing was he said we could go for a pint every time we found a pub.
I don't think he's ever got finished that tour because we couldn't walk past a pub. But I get 3 times I've done it. Every time you pick up something
New, that's right.
There's so much information. And cut off these anybody educating the next generation about the famous Glasgow Rangers.
Definitely.
Of due all the respect that you can get, and I hope that Friday goes. On that text that you sent me, I'm just checking it must be a bait to see if 1 or 2, so I'll get back to you.
No, that's no problem. Craig, just a wee plug for yourself, you guys. If anybody's interested in the future, maybe next year, getting their kids involved with the Sons of Struth, how would they go about it?
The easiest way is a Facebook page, and I manage that, and generally if somebody leaves a phone number, I'll phone them up. With the older ones, 12 and above, they play 11-a-sides, and normally we've just got one team, but we're going to have 2 teams next year with the new age group that comes up to play 11s. That would be fantastic. And we're looking to add a second 2008 team because the number of bodies they've got. But the teams below that small-sided, we generally don't do trials or anything to kids. We've got 3 levels now. We've got advanced level. Most of the advanced teams now are absolutely fantastic. Some of the quality of players are great. We've got 15 kids in trials across all the different professional clubs at the moment. It's great. But we also have a development level for kids who are not that strong, but we've got a wee bit of potential. And we started just about 5-6 weeks ago at community level. And the community level, they don't play in games now, but as soon as we've got enough each age group, say we've got 10 in 2012s, we can then start a top team.
Right.
And that's what, some of these kids have never kicked a ball before. So we've got kids who, really, really advanced at pro youth level and going for trials, down to kids that, never ever had a bit organised coaching. So just contact the Facebook page, send us a personal message with your phone number. I'll give you a wee phone, tell you what we offer, depending on your kid's age, and get you along. We've got some weird connections just now at Bristol Bar. The grandson, he's in one of your teams. We've got Tom Smith that's doing your awards and doing your presentation. His grandson, Vizavi, he plays for our under 12s, great player, nice silky wee midfielder.
Gordon turns up to watch him a lot as well.
Yeah.
You what, sorry?
Gordon goes to watch them as well.
Oh, I got great. I mean, see having folk at him, standing outside the park, being able to help and pass on advice. He done a seminar for our coaches about 6 weeks ago. Absolutely great. We Durante come along and watch his games and, you know, be able to pick these guys' heads and
get advice.
It's great. Oh, they're brilliant, and you know the kids love it, the parents love it. Andy Gorham comes 14 times over the year. Sorry, 12 times for the advanced ones, for 16 times over the course of the year.
Right.
Andy Gorham's doing coaching the goalies, and it's just wonderful that these guys are, you know, so happy to help out grassroots football. It's wonderful. It's quite inspiring, and it makes me dead proud, to be honest with you. Sometimes I get a wee joke, and I'll get Andy will come in and he'll start the session, and I'll get our side of the park coaching my wee team, the under-10s, and you'll just look across and you think, that's Andy Gorham.
I know.
Coaching and waiting. Do you know?
Yep.
It's
mad.
It's buzz, mate. Some buzz, but listen, thanks again for your support that you've given us since we started, Si, and especially
always.
last year.
Aye, no bother.
Alright.
We'll get a chat on Friday, mate. We'll talk about our ideas, all right, mate?
Get a chat with you when you're drunk.
Aye, nothing worse.
One can, Dan.
When do we bear the benefits of doing that, or Si?
Absolutely none.
Anyway, hope it's a great night. I'll speak to you soon, mate.
All right, take care. Cheers.
Thanks,
All
Craig.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So that was Craig Houston. Does the Sons of Struth footballing academy. If anybody's not sure what it is, it's a footballing academy for kids. I think it's boys and girls. I meant to ask him. I'm sure there's a girls team as well on it, and it's for every level of football. If you want your kids involved, put a message on here if you can get him on Facebook, and he'll get it tonight, and just you can take it for there.
Yep. So a few messages to catch up on. Probably finish the show about 9:15 tonight.
Aye.
So if you want to call in, please do. Just give us your last three numbers.
5.
Please, sorry. Marion Poirier. So yeah, we are definitely going to show this video. So I know there's been some criticism. No, it's your show. There has been some criticism of Rangers, but so something the club does really well, something that is running really well, is the Broxy Den. And Marion Poirier has kindly sent us a video to promote it, and we definitely will. We promise you will. But if you haven't, if you haven't seen it, please check it out, and we will absolutely play the video, man, and I absolutely promise you, okay, so don't worry about that, we will play it for you, and we'll leave it on our Facebook and Twitter and everything for you, okay, so we will get round to that, I absolutely promise you.
Aye, so George Burns is a family member. He's basically making a good point, and he's agreed with what I'm saying on the Paul Gascoigne one. George is he's a fair age, let's just say. George has probably seen some of the greats, he's seen all the great Rangers players over the years. You want to watch these players, and the last thing you want to see as a Rangers player, after remembering them on his prime, is to watch him when he can't literally walk on a park. You want to watch these players and you want to remember them. If Gascoigne was in the crowd and came on, even maybe came to the side of the park, great. If the legends were all there in the stand in the director's box, fantastic. But get the best if you want to. We believe Rangers are simply the best. Give the fans the best. Give them the best players currently playing.
Yep.
No charging them full price for all guys and people that are struggling to walk and struggling with their health. I don't see any benefit.
1 second. Donna Robertson, grandson is called Calvin. So,
Calvin, all the best for you, man. You're watching tonight.
Yep, Calvin, great to have you watching. I hope this is the first show of many hundreds and thousands to come. So thanks, Calvin.
I don't know what this message means. John sent it in right side. Do you remember Jimmy Florence? He was an Arsenal scout in Scotland and was a white coat in the UB.
Is that a shot for Union Bears?
Aye, but
I'm not sure what
what's a white
that.
coat?
I don't know if white coat's some sort of specialist membership you get. Oh.
I don't know. Sorry, John, I've no idea. I don't remember him. Sorry. Jimmy Florence was an Arsenal scout. I don't know. When is Sandra coming back? I spoke to Sandra a few times actually in the last 24 hours. She was delighted with the, what do you call it? The photographs they found us that. She's actually twisted her neck. Was it her neck she twisted?
Yeah.
She twisted her neck. I don't know why I'm
so,
laughing, sorry.
That's not, I don't think it was a joke, to be honest. I think it was,
she did twist her neck. I'm laughing at that because I was wondering what she was doing to twist her neck. But she texted me, she's fine, she'll be back, guys. But she's hurted her neck, and the last thing you want to do when you're on a show, it's hard to explain the show until you come into the studio, but we've got 4 screens and you're kind of moving about and things like that, and plus she would have to drive, so she wasn't fit to come down. But yeah, she's fine.
So get well soon, Sandra. We'll see you on the show soon.
Right, so here's a good comment. My brother Mark's just put, because I'm no keen in I'm no keen in Rangers players playing this international football. Mark's just said that Ryan Jack has been substituted, looks injury free. came through the game, looks comfortable, good run out, and Scotland are winning 2-0. I think they're playing Austria
They
tonight.
are playing Austria. I say I don't mind it if I know it's a chance you take, but there's Ryan Jack probably had a good outing.
It's probably benefited us,
and hopefully it's benefited us. So I think it's injured. I totally agree, but. Again,
how many minutes would I have played? I'm just trying to check that, Mark. Many minutes if you want to let us know. That's about 40 minutes he's played, or is that?
No, it must be. I'll probably say there's probably half an hour to go or some distance like that.
Right. This just came in. I don't know.
Stephen McCormick.
This just came in tonight because I missed it.
So Celtic fans in meltdown. UEFA congratulated Rangers on the 150th anniversary. So
was that the night then? That must have been the night.
Must have been. I've not seen it today. So
60 minutes he played.
So Stephen, great point. Yeah. So obviously, Celtic fans, they are a lot. They are really more interested in what we're doing most of the time than what they might have known that they would be all over it, all across it. And again, just totally confirms what we were saying. Obviously, we're in the last 8 of Europa League this season, and thanks UEFA for doing that. And if it's a great call to get that. It's a great compliment. It's a great achievement.
It answers all the idiots that just look for. See when you hear people talking about zombies and stuff.
Well, I wasn't even going to mention the fact it's a new club, etc. Because
it's hysterical when you hear people that are grown men coming out with this kind of stuff. But UEFA is answering that again. It's been answering a million times. When you're so successful like Rangers, you're always going to have people that want to tarnish the awards that they win.
Absolutely.
So not long ago. If anybody wants to call the last 3 digits as so I can't say that. The last 3 digits, so we know who you are and you get a wee call and talk to us. A wee reminder, if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, the Bristol Bar have a flag day on. Everybody's welcome. You just turn up. It's not a case of turning up and booking in and anything. Come along, it's a street party. Flags from all over the world on display. If you've got a flag, bring it. You'll be made more than welcome. It's great beer, great prices. And you'll get a chance to go along Duke Street where there's loads of Rangers bars and go and visit the Loudon, the Alley Bar, the Calvi Club if it's opened, and give them all a wee bit of support. The Gers TV will be there. We'll be there.
We'll be there, yep.
And don't forget, we've got our dinner on Friday night. Anybody that's coming along to that, thank you very much for the support.
Yes, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic night. Remember our Patreon site as well, if you can.
20 minutes, I've lost what I'm doing here.
That's alright. So remember, guys, that we are looking for your support on the Gers TV. We've got a Patreon site. We ask you for just 75 pence a week. It's not a lot at all. It lets us it supports the Gers TV. We want to do more. Carol made a good point, getting more professional every week. A lot of you, love. We get a lot of great feedback regarding the videos, etc. We want to do a lot of stuff in the community. We want to get younger fans involved. We want to get you guys involved.
More people involved, more people interacting as well. We want to get more projects. But listen, the club's not going to do it for 150th anniversary, but we can, the fans can, all over the world. We're going to Vegas. We're going to meet Rangers fans in Vegas for the NASA. Anywhere. So if you can contribute to the Patreon site,
75 pence a week, guys. I know money's tight at the moment. It's not a lot of money. You can't, you'll be struggling to get a pint of milk for that, and you'll get this free gift of Bill Struth picture. Not a lot of them left, so please join as soon as you can.
If you've not had one, I'm sending the next batch out this week. I've been really busy with the dinner.
So it's www.patreon.com/GersTV fan_Landon =true in case you can't click that. Okay, so please join us and help support us. Okay.
Just before we finish, guys, can you give us an update if you're watching the games and how the Rangers players are doing? I'm not really caring about the scores. So here's one for Tommy McLean. Steve Davis was sub. He's looking good too. So that looks he's fit as well with freedom. And we've also got the Calvin. Is Calvin Bassey playing?
I'm not sure of Calvin, but obviously Morelos has been sent home. So hopefully that's Morelos saying just saying he's injured. And he'll be fully. I imagine that he's probably had a word with his manager and said, I'm going home.
There's my pal Mitch Davidson. He's telling me that the Plymouth True Blues flag will be at the Bristol Bar on Saturday. I'm sure Davy for the Navy, my pal Davy for Duke Street.
What a great name for somebody to be in the Navy.
I know. Aye, Davy for the Navy. Aye, but I'm sure he was Plymouth True Blues at one time. Is that where the Clippers in is? Is that Portsmouth? I'm sure it's Plymouth. But Mitch is a good lad as well, so he's coming along. He's Scottish originally, but he's Plymouth now. Obviously, likes the seaman. And I believe it's you're on the bell, mate, because the last time I saw him was at 4 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the morning in Howling Wolf, and 1 to 2s were howling as if they were European night. But I'll see you then. Guys, if anybody's want to come along on Saturday at the Bristol Bar, look out for us, we'll be there, the Gers TV will go live, but it'll be good to meet up with the boys as well.
Absolutely.
Or lassies, if anybody's coming along.
Yeah, so what we'll probably do is wrap up tonight's show here, okay? over the next few days, on Friday over Saturday, you'll probably see a lot of Gers TV stuff online on our Facebook page, YouTube page, maybe the couple of live shows as well.
I'll get the stickers done because people have been asking for the McCart stickers. If you contact us, we'll get them out to you. Mark's just let us know that, my brother Mark Leslie, Ramsey not in the wheel squad for the game tonight. Hopefully he's just resting after the 90 minutes.
He had a great game.
95 minutes, he played well.
Yeah, he had a great game in their game against, who were they playing?
Gareth Bale was outstanding right enough, but he played.
Oh, that's going to annoy me.
Ramsey played really well. Was it? Who were they playing? I watched it.
Scotland were playing Poland. Was it Poland?
Oh, that's a competition for the night.
Right, competition. Who were Wales playing the other night? I watched highlights with my mate. Because we watched Ramsey.
Oh, a wee shout. I meant to say this the last couple of weeks. A good friend of mine's, Angie Wiley. Obviously, her family run the Bristol Bar. And she used to be the proprietor of the Bristol Bar. Angie Wiley ran a night for the MS Scotland, a charity night in the Bristol 2 weeks ago, and she raised a couple of £1,000. I can't remember the final total, but it was over £2,000.
It was
and it was all just for the working class Rangers fans getting involved and putting money into a great cause. So well done, Angie. And I was delighted to be along. I came along to do the raffle and support you a wee bit. But well done, £2,000 or more for a charity like that, fantastic.
Yeah, great, absolutely fantastic work, and it was Austria. It was Austria they played. I knew it. I was on the tip of my tongue there. So thanks very much for watching this tonight, guys. Stay tuned to Gers TV over the weekend. We will be live, and we'll give you a lot of information. We're live doing shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So keep across our social media: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's us, guys, for the night. We'll have Whiskey the Month back next month if anybody's worrying, but driving the night, so can't take a chance, can't drink and drive, obviously. So it's coffee, but I'll just quickly do a toast anyway. I've got a wee tap coffee left.
Majesty the Queen.
Her Majesty the Queen and Rangers 150th anniversary. Guys, thank you very much. If you want to get involved with any projects, or if you've got any ideas of your own, if you get something you supporters clubs doing or your organisation's doing, let us know and we'll help you in any way we can.
Certainly.
A few people asking about stickers. I'll get the big stickers done for this week. That's my to-do list tomorrow.
Yep. So thanks very much for support, guys. Thanks very much for watching. We'll bid you good night, and remember,
we are the people.
We are the people. Good night.